Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mana Cave. My name is Ed.
My name's Travis.
And we are continuing on, finally. We are jumping back into the Planeswalker Deck Showdown, the third season of the Planeswalker Deck Showdown. This is the final semi-final match.
Final semi-final. Hashtag.
We had some weird things because of the M20 set coming out with 5 Planeswalker decks. It sort of threw a bit of a monkey wrench into our plans. But we've decided to give Vivien a bye right into this round. Yanling has battled her way to this point. So this is going to be a showdown between Yanling, which I will be playing, versus
Vivien's mono green M20 deck.
Yes.
And yours is also M20
mono blue.
Mono blue and flyer heavy.
Good mono blue. Flash, flying, some great sort of flying synergy as well too. It's a very solid deck. I think it could go all the way, but we've not played with Vivien's deck, so this could just be something that's going to blow this one out of the water for all we know.
Could be. And
the winner of this is going to go to the finals of Season 3, and they will face Domri for the crown of this season. Oh, and I'm just going to mention this briefly. The 4th season of the Planeswalker Deck Showdown, I'm not sure how that's going to go, because after Theros Beyond Death, that's the name of the full name of that set, right? There's going to be no new Planeswalker decks.
No.
So we had Planeswalker decks with the, I was going to call it the Fairy Tales deck, but it's not the Fairy Tales.
Throne of Eldraine.
Throne of Eldraine. And we've played that match already. And so we can have a playoff between the winner of that match and whoever wins the Planeswalker Deck Showdown for Theros Beyond Death. But beyond that, it could be a very, very short season, or we could figure out something anyways. But just so you know, they are ending the Planeswalker decks, which is going to be kind of a weird end of an era, because we have played every single Planeswalker deck, created our little showdown since they came out. That was almost like one of the big things that started picking up traction.
God had a popper.
Yeah. Yes, it did, actually. Yeah, because we were doing Constructed up until that point, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is an end of an era. I'm kind of sad to see them go. I mean, they were never like crazy good decks.
No.
But they were fun little bits of content we could do here, show off the decks, and I'm definitely gonna be sad to see them go. Yeah. They are gonna be coming out with something to replace them. Whether they're gonna be focusing more on Brawl in the weird way that they focused on it sort of last year.
Heavily for a short period of time. And then right into Commander, apparently.
Exactly. So yeah, Commander they're really, really focusing on, which is great, because once again, off camera we play Commander, but on camera have we ever played Commander? We played Battle Bond, so we played Two-Headed Giant, but
the Dragon series that was M.
We played 1v1 Commander. Yeah, but we haven't played a 4-player Commander game has never come to or gone live on this channel. We have recorded one, but it never got past the editing stage because it turned into a nightmare. So I have no idea what's going to happen with that, but we're still going to be doing as a constructed content here, pre-constructed content, whenever they come out with new decks like the guild kits, which eventually we will finish that series as well too.
Oh yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah, a long time ago it seems that we've done those, and even though it was only a few months, but still, we are going to finish off that series. For those of you who've been waiting for that series is going to be finished eventually. So, anyways, Travis, you did not mulligan.
Nope, they were 7 good cards. You've seen them by now, I'm guessing.
Yes, they'll have been shown on screen as we're talking now, and I did have to mulligan, so I'm starting off with 6. So, once again, we have never played with the Vivien deck, so I don't really know what to expect from that deck. I do know what to expect from this deck, and I really hope. I don't typically hope that I'm gonna advance. I've really liked this because
it's a blue deck and it did well.
It's a blue Planeswalker deck that's done well, and it's kind of nice. So, anyways, we have not rolled to see who goes first, so we'll do that quickly. 4. Wow, what are the odds?
136.
5. And there you go. You doubled it. Okay.
It might be 1 in 36. The important thing is sound confident when you say it.
There is already a comment in the comment section about whether the math was correct or not. So
sound confident.
Travis,
kick
us off.
I'll drop that Forest in my mono green deck, and I have no Llanowar elves that I don't know in this deck or not, honestly. So I pass to you.
To me?
To you, sir.
Okay. I'm going to play just an island.
You're going to draw that card or what?
Yes. Good thing one of us is paying attention.
The blue player forgot to draw a card. Yeah.
I'm going to have so much card draw later on. I don't have to worry about it right now. Though I'm glad you reminded me. I played an island. Pass it to you.
All right, draw my first card. Something good. That's something good. I'll play another Forest. After Grey Starter, tapping 2 of those for a card that I turned out to like a lot in Arena, actually. The Greenwood Sentinel.
Ooh.
2/2 Elf Scout with Vigilance. Now, I'm pretty sure it's not in this deck, but in Arena, there was an enchantment that cost 3 green, or green and 2 others. And target creature got like +1/+1 for each forest you control.
Oh, yeah.
So in mono green, you drop that turn 2, turn 3, you're like a 5/5 with Vigilance. And sometimes Vigilance, what's the big deal, you know? But sometimes Vigilance is awesome. Because like, I get to attack essentially for free. No worry about crackback.
Because a lot of the time you have to make the choice of, do I want to get aggressive and attack and not hold back blockers? But that's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So
doesn't have haste, though, unfortunately.
no.
Nor does he have that awesome enchantment on him. So right now he's a 2/2 with Vigilance, and I passed you. But
that enchantment may be in there. It's been so long since
I want to say that was more of a
decks.
M19.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Not that they wouldn't put it in this one.
It's entirely possible.
But
I'm going to start off my turn by drawing a card. There we go. I'm going to play an island. And yeah, I'm going to tap for 2. And I'm going to play the Waterkin Shaman. It's a 2/1 elemental shaman, and whenever a creature with flying enters the battlefield under my control, it gets +1/+1 at the end of turn. Pass the turn to you.
tap, draw, play a Forest. I'm going to go to combat.
Go for it.
I'm not going to tap it. I'm just going to push it forward into the combat zone because he has Vigilance.
And I know there's a lot of tricks in that deck, or there's definitely tricks in that deck. I'm pretty sure.
Could be.
So, you know what? I'm not going to block.
Fair enough.
Am I taking 2?
You're taking more? 2. I'm not doing tricks.
Okay.
Not right now.
Okay. I'm down to 18.
Second main phase, tapping for 3 green to cast Vivien's Crocodile. It's a crocodile spirit. It's got the spirit of the crocodile. I guess it is like the Planeswalker exclusive one, because I'm guessing that based on the Vivien's Crocodile. Vivien's Crocodile gets +1/+1 as long as you control the Vivien's.
I believe it's Vivien.
Vivien?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense if you read it properly, eh? Vivien's Crocodile. No Vigilance on Vivien's Crocodile. I can't know why I can't say Vivien. Anyhow.
Vivien? I'm sure Vivien. I'm sure there's a kid named out there named Vivien. Spelled the same way.
Probably.
Or with a QU. One of the two, so.
What?
You remember that from Community?
Spelled the QU?
Yeah, I spelled it with a QU. You don't remember?
Yeah.
Well, don't. Anyways.
Okay. So that's my board, though. It's a good-looking board.
It's a good-looking board. You got some good-looking board going on there.
Says the guy who's about to, like, wreck my board somehow.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn. Yeah.
Okay, untap. Draw. Interesting. I'm going to simply pass turn to you. Not play a land, sadly.
That's interesting. Untap. Draw. That's kind of cool. Play another Forest.
You are not short of land.
I'm not sure of land. And I'm going to go to combat.
You go to combat.
So this dude's got a tap. They're both going in.
At this point, I think I'm going to have to force you to play a trick. So I'm going to put my 2/1 in front of your 2/2 Vigilant creature.
Okay. So I'm going to tap 2 mana for an instant.
Okay.
Called Growth Cycle. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. It gets an additional +2/+2 until end of turn for each card named Growth Cycle in your graveyard. I don't have any in my graveyard right now, so right now he's just becoming a 5/5.
Who's that going on to?
On him.
Okay. In response, I'm going to tap 1 blue, and I'm going to cast Unsummon. It's an instant. Return target creature to its owner's hand. So I'm going to return that to your hand.
Unsummon. Yes. Essentially, that's counterspell.
Yes. And then I guess we'll just proceed to damage unless you have something else you'd like to do.
No.
Okay, so then I'm taking 3, correct?
Taking 3, sir.
Down to 15.
You know what? At this point, I'm simply going to redeploy the Greenwood Sentinel.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, back to you.
Back to me. Okay. Interesting. I will not play land and pass the turn back to you.
Oh, dude.
I know.
For a second there, I was like, wait a minute, am I ahead on land? Or no, he just hadn't played any.
No, sadly.
Okay. So, I'm going to go to combat.
Okay.
Oh, no, yes. He taps. He does not tap.
Still swinging with both.
Yeah.
I will put that in front of the 2/2.
Okay. This time I'm going to tap 2 to cast Titanic Growth. Because I want to keep my dude around. You're going to unsummon again, aren't you?
Tap for 1. I'm going to unsummon it.
Brutal. burning through cards there. All right, and we'll go to damage.
Damage, I'm taking 3 once again, down to 12.
I mean, that's still happening. You know what? This is buying him rounds, but at least he's going down. I redeploy.
There we go.
The Greenwood Sentinel.
There we go.
And I pass back to you.
Back to me, okay. Tap, draw. Oh, lucky day. Play an island. I will then... How do I want to do this? I'm going to do this. I'm going to tap for 3.
Woohoo!
And... No, I'm not. Go. Yeah, I'm going to tap for 3. I'm still going to tap for 3, but I'm going to cast something different than I was going to cast originally. I'm casting the Warden of Evos Isle. It's a flying creature. Creature spells with flying I cast cost 1 less to cast. And whenever a creature with flying enters the battlefield under my control, this gets +1/+1 until the end of turn, so it's now a 3/2. I'm still not going to swing in with it. I'm going to hold it back.
Cool.
Pass the turn to you.
Untap. Draw. What the? Cool. That's a lot of text there to just look at real quick. This is, again, the first time we've seen this deck. So, yeah. Okay. We're going to go to combat.
Do it.
Same deal. Happy there. 40 there.
Same deal. I'm just going to put the Waterkin Shaman in front of the 2/2 with Vigilance.
Okay. Now I have to decide.
Is it a tough choice?
No.
You have to eventually run out of instant speed pump spells at some point. You know I'm tapped out as well, too.
I do. You know what? I'm just going to let this trade happen.
Okay. But I'm still taking 3.
Yep.
So I'm down to 9. Jeez, that's 11 unanswered damage.
To keep redeploying him for that reason. Okay.
And this dies.
That dies.
Okay.
I think what we're going to do is just tap 3 for another Vivien's Crocodile.
Okay.
You know, I missed the Vigilance already. Got 1 mana up. Pass to you.
Pass to me? Okay. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to tap for 3. Because of my discount from the Warden of Evos Isle, so I can cast this for 3 for... It's normally 2 and 2 blue. It's going to cast me 1 and 2 blue. It is the Dungeon Geists. It's a 3/3 spirit with flying, and when it enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as I control Dungeon Geists. So I'm going to tap the other Vivien's Crocodile. Ouch. This does not have trample, correct?
This does not have trample. No.
Okay. I will still just pass the turn to you then.
Okay. Untap 1 of my 2 Crocodile Spirits. Draw a card. Play a Forest. Going to go to combat.
I don't want to keep taking damage, so I'm actually going to pop that in front of this time.
Okay.
Damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So this dies. That lives.
That lives.
But I do not take damage, which is nice for a change.
Then I'm going to tap 2 for the Bark Hide Troll. It's a 2/2 and it enters the battlefield with a +1 counter on it. So that's actually, right off the bat, pretty good. It's a 3 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
I can spend 1 mana and remove a +1 counter from Bark Hide Troll. It gains Hexproof in a turn. Which is also really good.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
That's all from a turn, since he's forever tapped.
So it's my turn?
It's your turn, sir.
Okay. Tap. Draw. I will play an island. I'm then going to... I'm going to tap for 2. And I'm going to cast Winged Words. So it's a sorcery. This spell costs 1 less to cast if I control a creature with flying, which I do. I get to draw 2 cards. So draw 2. And then I'm going to simply pass the turn to you.
Mm-hmm. Tap, draw. Play another Forest. Okay. Can we go to combat?
Gonna go to combat.
So 3/3 and 3/3.
3/3 and a 3/3. Okay, I'm going to tap for 2. And I'm going to cast Brineborn Cutthroat. It is a 2/1 Merfolk Pirate. It has Flash, so I can cast it on your turn. And whenever I cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Brineborn Cutthroat. I will put the Cutthroat in front of that fellow there. I'm going to put Dungeon Geist in front of the 3/3 because I really can't afford to take a whole lot of extra damage.
Okay. So at this point, you're all tapped out.
I'm all tapped out.
They're going to trade.
They're going to trade.
And he's going to live.
He's going to live.
Okay.
And then next turn, that is going to get to untap like normal.
Yeah. So I am going to allow this.
Okay. Damage goes through. I lose both my creatures.
I lose my crocodile.
Now, this doesn't untap immediately, but on your next untap step, it's going to be able to untap again. So
I'm going to tap out for 6 to play the Wake Root Elemental.
Ugh.
He's an elemental. He's a 5/5 for 6 mana. Woo! And rare at that, ladies and gentlemen. I can spend 5 mana. Untap target land I control becomes a 5/5 elemental creature with haste. It's still land. That's not a terrible thing.
No, but
none of that says rare to me.
Well, it's still pretty deadly, right? So
I mean, let's say next turn I draw into nothing. I
'Cause
can
the thing
tap
is-
the 5 lands to do that.
one of those untaps, though, as well, too.
Untap. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So even if I only had, but that's kind of weird too, because it only costs 5. So you obviously needed 6 to get it out.
Yeah.
So I thought that was like a thing next turn, but no, it actually does say untap.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least. But I mean, if you got nothing else going on that turn, you got that. I will pass to you now, sir.
Pass to me. Okay. Don't think I'm going to recover from the slightly slow start that I had, but we'll see. We will see. I'm going to play.
Kept walking those unsummons.
I'm going to play an island, and I'm going to. I'm going to tap for 3 and cast the Warden of Evos Isle. We saw that before. And then now that I have a discount, I'm going to tap for 2 more and I'm going to cast Cloudkin Seer. It's a 2/1 with flying, and when it enters the battlefield, I draw a card, so I will draw a card.
That's pretty decent for a 3 mana.
And I'm going to pass the turn now to you.
Untap. My crocodile, who's just been chomping at the bit to get back in the action here.
Woo! Do you know that the saying is actually champing at the bit?
Champing?
It is champing at the bit.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either. I worked with an artist named Brad Geiger, and he had mentioned that during one of the podcasts that he does. And it's one of those things that I had no idea. I thought it was chomping at the bit as well, too.
Yeah.
But once you hear it, it still sounds better to say chomping at the bit.
Yeah, champing.
But you have to go then through life knowing I'm purposely saying this wrong. And
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, because otherwise, if you say champing at the bit, people are going to stop you and go, it's chomping at the bit. And then you have to go into this conversation, which I've done several times. So anyways.
Pre-combat, for no reason. No. I'm not going to need to pump it pre-combat. I'm going to go to combat.
Okay.
You know what? I'm actually going to... Am I going to do that? So if I do that, I get 4 attackers.
And you're forcing me to block the 2 5/5s.
Yeah, which still clears 6 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Here I was mocking that, and then hearing what to do it. Sure, let's do it.
Okay.
So I want to tap 5 mana.
Oh, well, before you do that, let me just say, it doesn't force me to block the 2 5/5s. It forces me to block at least one of the 5/5s, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Tapping 5 mana to untap target land until target land you control becomes a 5/5 elemental creature with haste.
Yes.
It's still land. So it's a 5, not 5+1 counters, 5/5. Still have 1 mana open. Okay. I'm going to combat.
Okay.
So nothing's got vigilance. Nothing's got vigilance. They're the most irresponsible attackers ever. Not looking out for anything.
I don't have a whole lot of choice, so I will put the... I'll save myself the most damage. So I'll put my creatures in front of the 2 5/5s. Damage goes through.
Damage goes through.
And I'm taking still 6, which is going to put me down to 3. So I need one amazing card, or else I think that's pretty much going to be game.
It's a pretty green looking board on this side. You know what? I'm going to pass back to you now, saving my 1 mana for my Barkhide Troll.
Okay, here we go. And that is going to be game, sir, because nothing there is going to save me from that crazy board. Now, this is only to the end of turn, isn't it? Or is it forever?
Oh, I think it's probably to the end of turn. Untap target land you control, it becomes a 5/5 elemental creature with haste. It's still land. Oh, no, it's not until end of turn. So you can still tap it for land, but yeah, next turn was a 5/5.
Wow, yeah, it's still 5/5.
I totally did have another growth cycle, so I could give something +5/+5. I'm like, I've never actually really done that with that card. So I'm like, that'd be pretty cool. But in the end, it was like that or that. So even if one of these guys snuck through, I would have been like, still, I think, yeah, I've been 8 or 8. So if you let 1 through, I could have done that, and you had 9 at the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no.
And I probably would have double blocked that at that point to try to take out at least one of your 3/3s. So, yeah. But yeah. Well, Travis, so far you're dashing my dreams of a mono blue Planeswalker deck making to the finals, but this is still the best 2 out of 3. So we're going to shuffle up, deal ourselves brand new hands, and see how we do in the second round of the semifinals of the 3rd season of the Planeswalker Deck Showdown. And we're back. Travis.
Yo.
Did you mulligan?
No.
Neither did I. So we're starting off even Steven. Call back to our good friend Steve. Steve, we miss you. He's still around. He's not. I made that sound like something happened to him. Nothing happened to him. He's still healthy, happy, and I played Dungeons & Dragons with him actually on the weekend. So, anyways, moving on. I lost the last game, so I get to play first.
Okay.
So I'm going to kick things off. And this is going to be surprising with my mono blue deck. I'm going to kick things off with an island.
Are you going to unsummon your own island?
It's it's tempting. Unsummon is for creatures, though.
Oh, okay.
Most likely, at least from what I remember. Not that I have one in hand. I'll pass the turn to you.
I'm going to draw a card.
You draw.
I'll play a forest. I don't have any 1-drops, I don't think, so I'll pass back to you.
On your end step, I'm tapping for 1 blue and flashing out the Spectral Sailor. It's a 1/1 spirit pirate. It's got flash, it's got flying. I can pay 3 and 1 blue and draw a card. That's not a tab ability. It's just an ability.
That's actually a really good ability.
It's a great ability. This card has done a lot of work for me in the past, so be gentle with it.
At those numbers, you could put that in a commander deck.
Think so?
It's for a drawing card.
Maybe.
If you have like massive mana producing, you just draw cards.
If it was legendary, you could use it as your commander. Wouldn't that be awesome? It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Untap. Draw. I'm going to play an island now. We move to combat.
Move to combat, sir.
I'm going to do more damage to you in this one attack than I did the entire last game.
Ping.
Boom.
I'm pinged.
Travis, I pass the turn back to you.
Oh, you monster. I feel like I'm about to get tempoed here. I'm going to play a forest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to play an enchantment called Season of Growth. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1.
That is such a good card.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think that is awesome.
It is. These decks, we've talked about this before. These decks are essentially like pumped up draft decks.
Yeah.
And I've played that in draft, and that card has done so much good for me in draft. It's crazy.
Okay. You seem impressed. I'm like... All right.
I like it anyways. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not exactly an expert player, but I do quite like it.
It can't attack?
No.
So I'm going to pass back. You can't block flyers.
Okay, so my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so untap. Alrighty. I'm going to play an island, and I'm going to move to combat.
Yep.
I'm going to swing in with my sailor again.
Ping indeed.
And then I'm going to tap for 2, and I'm going to cast the Waterkin Shaman, which we saw before. So it's just a 2/1. A little extra ability once a flyer comes into play.
Yeah.
Pass it to you, sir.
Okay. Play a forest. I'm going to tap 3.
Okay.
For Vivien's Crocodile. Gets +1/+1 as long as I control Vivien. Creature enters the battlefield, so I get a scry 1. And I think I'm going to put that on the bottom, actually.
Okay.
All right, that's my turn.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
That is my turn.
That's your turn.
That's my turn.
Untap. I'm gonna play an island.
Lots of blue over there.
I'm gonna pay, before combat, I'm gonna pay 3. And I'm going to cast the Warden of Evos Isle, which we saw before. It is a flyer, so this is now going to get +1/+1. I'm going to move to combat now.
Okay.
That does not have reach, correct?
It does not have reach.
Okay, I'm going to move in with the 1/1 flyer and the now 3/2 non-flying creature.
Okay. I am going to put Vivien's Crocodile there.
Gotta do what you gotta do, sir.
Yes,
Gotta do what you gotta do. Damage goes through.
So I'm going to take 1 again.
I give you one of my Sailor Smooches for 1 point of damage.
Sailor Smooch?
Yeah, little peck at you.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Sailor Smooch. And I pass the turn to you.
Alrighty.
I would, you know what? All I care about with the channel is if I can reach the point in the channel where I can say something like hashtag Sailor Smooch, and it makes some sort of impact on social media. It's not going to, but maybe one day.
Okay. So I'm going to tap 2 for a Greenwood Sentinel. I have a...
You had a very similar start. Not quite, but I mean, it's sort of similar.
I'm going to put that one on the bottom.
Okay.
Yep, I am. Okay. So the Greenwood Sentinel we saw him last time, 2/2 with Vigilance, no haste, therefore there's no attacks.
Okay.
So I will therefore pass back to you.
Pass back to me. Okay. I'm going to play an island.
Thinking time.
Thinking time indeed, sir. I will simply move to combat.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing in with the 2/2 flyer and the 1/1 flyer.
I have no reach, so I am taking at this point 3 damage.
Yes, indeed.
Dropping down to 14.
Okay. And then going to tap for 2 and bring out another Waterkin Shaman.
Shaman indeed.
Pass the turn to you, sir.
Okay. Untapping. And drawing. Once again, I'll read that card in a second. Okay. I am going to go to combat.
I will pop this in front of your creature.
Okay. I'm going to tap 1 green for
Just
Might
1.
of the Masses. Instant. Target creature +1/+1 to end turn for each creature I control. So currently, without any kind of flashy shenanigans, it's only getting a +1/+1.
I'm going to tap for 1 and unsummon it.
You monster. Monster.
What can I say?
You say you're a monster.
That's how I roll. I'm going to give you another chance to scry, though, if you just want to bring it back out.
Well, that's pretty much what I'm going to do, because I have nothing else to do. Alright, I will tap for the, once again, Greenwood Sentinel. A scry trigger. I'll put that on the bottom.
Read it out loud, Travis. Read it out loud.
I was mostly just mumbling. Okay, I'm going to read this one I actually did draw, and I guess I'm passing to you as I'm tapped out here.
Sure.
Unsummon. How many are in that deck, by the way?
There's at least 2. We know that for sure.
Yeah. Summon.
Okay. I'm going to now... I'm going to do this. I'm going to pay 2 right off the bat, and I'm going to cast Winged Words for its discount. So I'm going to get to draw 2 cards. I'm going to play an island. I'm then going to tap for 3. And I'm going to bring out the Cloudkin Seer. It's the flyer. I get to draw a card from it. And this the shaman is going to get a +1/+1. I'm then going to move to combat.
All right, sir.
And you know what? Let's get crazy. I'm gonna swing in with everything, including the one that doesn't have flying, but it's currently a 3/2.
Currently a 3/2. Without flying.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to block there.
Okie dokie. So damage goes through.
Yep.
You take 3.
I take 3.
These 2 trade.
I take 3 down to 11. This is going pretty good for you. I'm
It's
not able to establish
going
much
better
of a board.
than last game. We'll put it that way. So I'm now going to pass the turn to you, though.
I keep putting them in the bottom. Sooner or later, I got to hit a land, right? Yes, sooner or later, I got to hit a land.
There you go. You got it. You got the land. Is that the land you needed? Or the land that you deserved?
I think both, personally. I will now tap 2 to attempt to redeploy another Greenwood Sentinel. Getting my scry trigger.
Get your scry on.
I'll keep that on top. I'm still looking at a lot of flying damage, so not much I can do about it at this point, so I am just going to pass to you.
Pass to me?
Yeah.
Okay, untap. Okay. I'm going to tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and bring out Mu Yanling, Celestial Wind. It's the Planeswalker. 4 and 2 blue gets a 5 loyalty Planeswalker. +1 is until your next turn, up to 1 target creature gets -5, -0. -3 is return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hands.
Jeez.
-7, and remember, it starts off at a 5 loyalty. Creatures you control with flying get +5/+5 until the end of turn. So I'm going to +1 her, to give this -5, -0
That's actually
until
a really good
my
Planeswalker.
next turn. So it's actually going to be a -3/2 creature. I'm then going to move to combat.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing in with the team here, which is going to be 5 damage in total.
Okay. They all have flying, right?
They all have flying.
I dropped to 6.
And now, oh shoot, she's not at. We're doing it like as a counter, so she is at 6 loyalty. I'm tapped out, so I'm going to pass the turn now to you.
There's not many places for me to go at this point with that much flying damage. And your next one, you can easily bounce 2 of my creatures, essentially.
For -3, yeah.
Yeah, but
I know. I'm not saying it's a hardship. I'm just saying it's her -3 ability. So,
all right. I'm pretty much dead in the air next turn, so I'm going to attack Mew Yanling.
okay, for -3.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I'm going to cast 2 Titanic Growths, which still leaves it at 1, though.
That is awesome.
If my math is right.
So Titanic Growth, it gets +4/+4.
Yeah.
Okay. So 8, so 5. So it's a 5. Okay. Yeah.
So it's still at 1, but you can't -3 it.
No, I can't. I can't. But almost knock her out. So
yeah.
Well done.
Really? I don't know how well done that was, but
crack me up at least. So.
That's my turn.
That's your turn.
At the very least, send a message. Of course, the other message still that I'm down to 6 life and you have at least 5 power in there. And then if you play a... No, you don't have that buffing dude if you play a draw or draw a guy.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to +1 her again. So that is now going to, once again, be -3/2. Move to combat.
Move to combat.
I will swing in for 3. Or sorry, for 5 in total.
Any way to pub him?
No, sadly.
Boom.
I'm then going to... let's do this. I'm going to pay 2 because I get the discount for flyers and bring out another Warden of Evo's Isle. So now my flyers are going to cost 2 less to cast. And I'm going to tap for 3 and bring out an Air Elemental, which is a 4/4 flyer. And I'm going to pass the turn now to you.
I doubt I have Destroy All Creatures Flying in this deck. I have another Forest. I got nothing to block 6 damage in there. I have a Silverback Shaman and another Growth Cycle. But, yeah.
So that went a little bit better for me than the last
little
game.
bit, yeah.
It was like the exact opposite. You never actually got to do any damage to me this time. I didn't do a single damage to you last time, so yeah. But, once again, best 2 out of 3. So I do love it when we play, when it comes down to the 3rd and final game. Love it a little less when I have to edit it. But it's going to go to the 3rd game, which is great. I don't remember the last time we had one to go to the 3rd game. It's been a while.
Domri did pretty good for a bit there. He was kind of taken over.
But that was ages ago that I think we last played with like an actual 3-game best 2 out of 3. So this is exciting. Exciting. And we'll be back with that 3rd game right after this. And here we are, back in the 3rd and deciding game in the semifinals. Travis, did you have to mulligan?
No.
I'm mulligan down to 5. Now, I'm going to say this again because we've mentioned this before, and there's usually a comment in the comments section about it. And I understand people's point when you're playing a casual game that some people don't mulligan. They just keep drawing until they get a 7-card hand that they're happy with. But this is somewhat, even though it's casual, somewhat competitive in nature. It is a mini tournament, right? And as well, too, there is... we
are displaying the strengths of the decks.
Yes.
More. I mean, clearly not the skills of the player.
Exactly. And as well, too, I mean, this is standard operating procedure for a game of Magic. So we do try to recreate that as best as we can. We do have fairly lax mulligan rules between the two of us.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. And I'm not keeping a 1-land hand, and I'm not keeping a 6-land hand. Those are the 2 types of hands that typically immediately I'm like, no, not going to happen. Or like something with 3 lands, but all my like 5 drops.
Yeah.
Also not good. So
nice.
sometimes you have to, roll the dice. Now, I did win the last game.
Yeah.
So I'm sure on the winner's high.
You're in the draw.
Yeah, I am.
The draw, brah.
I'm on the draw.
For real.
So I will
guy.
allow you to take your turn when you should.
Okay.
Because that's nice of me to allow you to do something you're already going to be doing.
I'm going to play a Forest. And I mentioned to Ed at a game of Commander we played that I saw these sleeves online. And it was just on the back sleeve, it had the classic old stance fighter guy, and it said, Mulligan? You mean pre-quit? And I mean, I tend to stick with monocolored sleeves. That just, I'm old. So if I had anything juvenile, I'd feel kind of juvenile. But those were cool. And I'd be tempted.
Did you pick them up?
No, God, no.
You should have.
Nah.
You treat yourself. You deserve it.
I treat myself to the product that's overpriced as is. I don't even know how good quality the sleeves are. Plus, they probably come in like a 40 pack or 250 packs.
That's the weird thing. Sleeves
as a Commander
40
player.
pack, so strange.
Yeah.
So
anyway, just a forest and a funny sleeve.
Yeah, I thought it was funny when you told me about
Mulligan.
it. So.
Free quit. It is your turn.
It's my turn, so I do get to draw.
No land or elf for me.
I'm going to play an island. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
You unsummoned son of a...
It's a little early for an unsummon. But...
I will play a forest, and I'll tap 2 forests for the Barkhide Troll, who we saw in game 1. Ooh. So he's a 2/2 who enters with a +1 counter on him. So right where I 3/3 for 2 mana, I like those numbers. I can spend 1 generic mana and remove a +1 counter from Barkhide Troll. He gains Hexproof until end of turn.
Nice.
I like Hexproof personally.
Nice.
Back to you, sir.
Back to me. Okay. Island. I'm going to tap for 2 and bring out the Waterkin Shaman. Saw it a couple times before, so no need to read it off again. Travis, pass the turn to you now.
Tap. Draw. Forced.
Nice.
I'm going to go to combat.
Okie dokie.
Swinging with my 3/3.
I will not block.
Okay.
Taking 3?
Taking 3, sir.
Down to 17.
Second main, tapping 3 green for a card I've seen plenty of this game. Vivien's Crocodile.
Ah, yes.
I mean, honestly, 3/3 for 3 straight up is just not bad. The recent cards I've seen coming out in Theros Beyond Death?
Yes.
Above Death?
Beyond Death.
Around Death, somewhere. Yeah, some of the cards I've seen for a common 3/3 for 3 seems actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there you go. Back to you.
Back to me? Okay. Untap. Draw. Gonna play an island. I'm going to tap for 3 and cast the Cloudkin Seer. So it's a 2/1 flyer. I get to draw a card when it enters the battlefield. And then this now becomes a 3/2. Yeah, let's do this. Move to combat.
Move to combat.
Swinging in my 3/2.
Not blocking that 3/2. Not in the mood to block it.
No.
I'd block if I wanted to. But right now,
no.
Just not feeling it.
No.
No.
Then I'll pass the turn to you, as we're tied up in life totals only.
Well, we have 3 lands and 2 creatures.
Yes, we do. Yeah. Yes, we do. The green deck has card advantage on me right now, though.
Yes, it
Or
does.
not anymore. Well, you've landed. Well, yeah.
I've landed.
You've more land.
I've landed.
Equal number of cards.
Okay. I'm going to go to combat.
Sure.
Swinging for 6.
No blocks.
All right.
Damage?
Damage.
Down to 11.
Yeah, I guess I'm just going to pass to you then.
Pass to me?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not getting tricky, then why not just save them tricks?
I'm going to play an island. I'm going to tap for 2, and I'm going to cast Winged Words. I get the discount for it, so I only have to pay 1 and 1 blue, and I get to draw 2 cards. And I will move to combat.
Move to combat.
I'm swinging for 4.
No way to block, so I take 4 down to 13.
I will pass the turn out to you, sir.
Untapping. Draw that card. Play that forest. Go to combat.
Go to combat.
Swingy, swingy.
I would be taking 6. I'm already at 11.
It's gonna be one of those weird spots where priority becomes a.
No blocks.
All right.
Well, I can't block anyways, right? So what am I saying?
No, but you could.
Yeah.
You could unsummon. You could -5.
So
minus
damage.
Damage.
Okay, so I'm taking 6, right?
Yeah.
Down to 5.
I will tap out
Uh-oh.
for 5, and you have Essence Scatter, don't you?
There's no counterspells. There has never been any counterspells ever in Planeswalker decks. Ever.
Ever?
Ever.
Ever.
Ever. I mention that in like every single overview video I do for it. So
I tap 5 mana for the Silverback Shaman. He's a 5/4 trample, and when he dies, I draw a card.
that's crazy.
There's that. All right. I had to tap out for that bad boy, though.
I will, on your end step, tap 1 blue. I'll unsummon that. My turn?
Yep.
Tap.
Me being tapped out and all, and unsummoned and all. And...
Draw. I'm going to tap for 2. And bring out another Waterkin Shaman. Move to combat.
Combat.
Swinging in with the Cloudkin Seer.
It's a 2/1.
Yep.
No blocks. Down to 11.
Pass the turn to you.
Now I know you have a 1 mana, 1/1 flyer with flash.
You know nothing. You, sir, know nothing. That sounded mean. I didn't mean to make that sound as harsh as it sounded.
So, if you pop him out, you suddenly have 3 power. They become 3/2s. And you can double block easily, or you can even double block and then block with the guy if you need to. But either way, you won't need to. There'll be 3. You can trade with both. I'm under the firm belief of always got to walk right through stuff.
Okay. I will block each. Pre-damage, tap 1 blue, and I will flash out my 1/1 flyer.
Okay.
Trigger, these both become 3/2s.
Okay.
It is now, priority now goes back to you.
Okay.
Damage?
Damage.
So these trade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once again, tap. Oh, I only need to tap 5, so I can keep that for that. So the Silverback Shaman, 5/4 trample. When he dies, I draw a card.
Yes.
Pass back to you.
Pass back to me. I'm going to play an island. Move to combat.
Okay.
Swinging with both my flyers.
No blocks, so he doesn't have reach. So I drop down to 9. Nope, drop down to 8.
Pass the turn to you.
All that mana. Okay. Play a forest.
Okay.
Go to combat.
Tap 1, unsummon it.
Son of a monster. Alright. So, tapping for 5 to redeploy the Silverback Gorilla, tapping for 2 to redeploy the Barkai Troll.
Not redeploy, deploy.
Deploy, yes. It's a different card.
Okay.
Technically, I mean, you're the sorcerer, you're summoning something. You're resummoning... I mean, you lost that one to copy that spell, but you're summoning the same creature.
Yeah. End step?
Yeah.
Tap 4, draw a card, using the Sailor.
Ooh.
Okay. My turn?
Yeah.
Now that has trample.
That has
correct?
trample.
Yeah.
Which does nothing against unsummon. Nothing.
Going to play an island. Tapping for 5.
Ooh.
To cast Yanling's Harbinger. It's a 2/4 flyer, and when it enters the battlefield, I may search my library and or graveyard for a card named Yanling, Celestial Wind. Reveal it, put it in your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. Something says she is one of the 2 cards that I put at the bottom at the very beginning of the game. But I'm still going to shuffle.
Yeah.
Because them's the rules.
Them's the rules.
So she's going to go in my hand. We already saw her before, so I don't have to say what she does.
She's going to save you, though.
Well, I mean, I have to be able to get her out. That has trample. There's so many pump spells that you have. I'm not out of the woods yet. Let's put it that way.
No.
Hooah.
Hooah.
Hooah. Let's go back there. This goes to my hand. I got 1 mana up, and I will not swing in. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. That's trample, so...
Now, we saw before when I turned your 2/2 Vigilant creature into a -3 2 creature that you were still able to get 5 damage through with that. And that was a creature that was starting 3 in the hole, so...
Okay, we're swinging in.
Swinging in. Okay, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put... that. This is definitely going in front of the ape, 100%. So now it's just a matter of working out the blockers on this end.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have trample, I can simply put the 1/1 in front of it and block it. And no damage is going to go through. Now, both of them only have one. I'm talking out loud, just sort of going through the thought process. So both of them only have 1 toughness. So if I were to put 2 of these creatures in front of the ape, there's a chance that I could kill it. Like, for example, if I put these 2 here, that's 4 damage, and then I could possibly kill it if you don't have a pump spell. I'm guessing you have a pump spell. But it's a matter of, do you have enough pump spells so that he's going to bleed over enough damage if I don't put an additional bit of toughness in front of it? So, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put the Spectral Sailor in front of the 3/3, which does not have trample. And I'm going to put both the Harbinger and the Cloudkin Seer in front of the ape.
Okay. Go to damage.
Damage. Everything trades? Well, this doesn't trade, obviously. This
That sticks around.
Those...
And when he dies, I do draw a card.
You do draw a card, yes. And I am still taking... Oh, no, I'm not, because there is 4 and 5 toughness. He does 5 damage, so I don't take anything. And the Sailor dies. Okay.
Tap 2 for the seasonal growth. That's what I drew up the Silverback Shaman. And I pass to you.
Pass to me? Okay.
Yep.
Tap. Draw. Okay. I'm going to tap for a surprising 4 and bring out Dungeon Geists. So it's the 3/3 flyer, and when it enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls. Now you have a tap creature, but it does the same sort of effect.
Okay. I will tap 1
Ooh.
to remove the +1 counter to give it hexproof to the end turn.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
However, now it drops it to a 2/2, so it's...
It does, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well, still. But still, it stops it. It does definitely untap. And
Yeah.
once again, pump spells can mean a huge difference in this game. So, that's my turn. You know I have Moo in my hand, so I can't really bluff with that. I don't have the mana to cast her, so...
Yeah. Well, not this turn, but you...
No, yeah.
Untap, draw. Play forest. We're going to go to combat.
Okay. I have to, because if there's a pump spell, I have to do it.
Nah, tapping 2 for growth cycle.
Okay, so it's going to get what?
+3/+3.
Okay, so
it comes
Geist
5/5.
die, and I don't take any damage. So if I hadn't blocked, I would have died there. Correct?
If you hadn't blocked, you would have died
Okay.
there. 5 would have been the magic number. Yeah. Pass to you, sir.
Pass to me. I know there's only 1 copy of Geist in this deck, so... okay, well, I'm going to play another island, and this time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Casting Moo Yanling, Celestial Wind. I'm going to +1 to make that a -3/2 creature. And that's going to put her to 6. And I have to pass turn to you.
This is going to be a weird little sequence of turns here.
She can't attack, so, you know.
Play a forest.
Good, because you were low on land.
Yeah. I'll pass to you.
Pass to me. Okay.
So now, my next turn,
So now...
it's back to
back to me, so now it's back to being a 2/2.
Okay.
I'm going to +1 her again.
It was back to
To making it a -3/2.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 to bring out the air element. Air elemental. It's a 4/4 flyer.
It is a 4/4 flyer.
Pass the turn now to you.
All right. I'm going to tap 3 to cast Vivien's Crocodile.
Scry, yeah.
Scry. Ugh. You're good, but I need something better. At least I think I do. Because next turn you bounce both my creatures.
I can, yeah.
Yeah. So I am just going to pass 2. And then really, with a 4/4, I only have 2 turns.
Okay, so my turn. And I draw.
Because he's still minus something, so no point.
Yeah. I'm going to -7 Vivien. So the creatures I control with flying get +5/+5 until the end of turn. It's going to send her to the graveyard. It's going to turn this into a 9/9.
Yeah.
Move to combat.
Swing
in with a 9/9.
Forced.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Dude, I hate when that happens.
Like, the whole game. You can literally see the cards I had that weren't forced.
See, I kept hoping...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I kept hoping that you were playing forest because you kept drawing them, but you had things in hand.
No.
And then with this as well, too, getting the creatures out, you even got to scry at least once, maybe twice, right?
Top decks with my full hand. No, I think I scried...
Just once, I think, when Vivien came out, right? And you still ended up with another forest in your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, that's... I mean, I think it was a good game.
You also got a mulligan down to 5.
Yeah,
so
but I still... It's one of those things where it's like that... When I'm playing like Arena, for example... Oh, what's that do?
It's a 4/4 with trample.
Oh, okay.
But
still, it would have been a creature and a scry sort of thing. So
and there's fight in this deck, but
yeah. See, and I didn't mind. Like I wasn't sure if you did have something in hand where you'd be able to like fight the creature before this went off. So
1 pump spell.
Yeah.
This whole other games I'm drawing 3 or 4 pump spells. One pump spell.
It was pump spell, like 2 turns back to back. The other one you had double in order to knock down Vivien. I also had her another copy of her tutor card. So I knew once I got rid of her, should something happen to the elemental or something like that, I could bring her back.
And I was counting so much on, no matter what, I'll throw him under the bus because he's going to draw me a card.
Yeah.
I don't often get that with green cards. And then I drew that off of that. I'm like, that's not terrible, but...
But the thing is as well, too, by doing that attack, you essentially forced me to do the exact block I had to do, which meant it was basically a board wipe. So, and you're a creature-heavy deck. You had plenty of land. You should have been drawing gas. I think that was...
You know, ironically, I think
acceptable move.
I'm not going to tell you what you were doing, but you seem to be attacking earlier, just because I think you didn't think you were going to win this game. So you're like, screw it, I'm just going to attack. And that won you the game.
It came down to this is one of the early cards I had in hand, so I knew I could get her back. I put her down at the bottom. She was in my opening hand as well too. I had to mulligan her down to the bottom of the deck. Had this in my opening hand, so I knew if I got to 5 land. There's a chance.
Yeah.
So, but in the meantime, I wasn't going to block with them because I would just be throwing them away and I'd be losing any advantage I had. So it was just swing in. As long as I can swing in, I'll swing in. But once you got the gorilla out, I was fairly certain I was dead. So
there was one point when I attacked into what I knew was going to be trades with the Barkhide Troll and the Vivien's Crocodile because I knew you were going to flash out. But I still felt it was trades, but it was still kill 2 target creatures.
Yeah.
Sacrifice 2 target creatures, but I still felt I had and I felt at that point, going to be drawing in some gas. You know, I had the backup plan of the 5/4 trample. So I'm like, yeah, just go.
But the other thing as well, too, is because playing against me, I could have been bluffing. I could not had it in hand.
Well, no, even if I knew you had it in hand, I was pretty confident. But even then, I'm like, well, what am I going to wait till the next round when he gets more cards and more options and I potentially get more forces? Like, you know, I felt like it was, at that point, I'm 2 for 2ing and I had at least one backup and I think I would...
But there's nothing you can do against Mana Screw, Mana Flood. The 2 things, not even the best player in the world can do anything about. And we are not the best player in the world. So, you know, so you can just imagine how it affects us. But yeah, other than now knowing that you had 2 more lands in your hand, that game was I thought it was fun. This was probably the best match we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
Because we've had we've had a few blowouts, I think, in a row, whether it be you against me or me against you. But this was an actual nice back and forth, and it was a good way to sort of go into the finals anyways. Yeah. So as I mentioned before, the finals are going now to be Mu Yanling versus Domri. Domri was from the, what set was he from? He was from...
Was he Oath? Or was he the second
Ravnica, right? Yeah, I think it was the second Ravnica. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting because this Domri deck, I remember that being...
That pig.
A tough one. So, well, Travis, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
No. This is actually not a bad deck. Like all of them, it does need a little tweak in here and there.
It was also the very first time. It was almost completely sight unseen for us, right?
I thought I'd be playing a deck I played before, so I was like, I've played so many mono green decks. Like,
now, you have
I've
played the
done it.
Domri deck before.
Yeah.
So we're going to go into the 2 decks which we probably have the most experience with between the 2 of us.
From this season, yeah.
Yeah. So it should be an interesting final. And we're finally at the final, which I'm super excited about. So thank you guys very much for watching. Travis, thank you once again for swinging by and playing another game. We'll play a game in just a second, but you guys will probably have to wait a week or so. Hopefully only a week for the next game. But yeah, thank you guys again, and we'll see you all in the next video.